Nick Sirianni has his exit interview. I'm not going to waste the precious time we have saying I told you so. I don't need to do that.
Oof.
I will say, though, I enjoyed our little 49ers.
What am I going to do with those extra Eagles shirts?
I don't know. I enjoyed our little 49ers Philadelphia fun while it lasted. I'm glad we got them jokes off while we could before the Eagles got up out of here in the first round. Having said that, today is Nick Sirianni's exit interview. Is the emphasis on exit? Talk about how's that interview going to go? Or do you think Nick Sirianni can talk his way into keeping a job the way that not very long ago, I want to say 3 years ago, Doug Peterson could not? Because Doug Peterson walked into, as I understand it, walked into Jeffrey Lurie's office, and Jeffrey Lurie had every intention of keeping him. But Lurie didn't like what he heard, and he fired him and hired Nick Sirianni, who has since been in the playoffs every year, been to a Super Bowl, not won one like Doug Peterson, been to a Super Bowl, and obviously oversaw a collapse down the stretch of this season. Exit interview today, I'm expecting it to be an exit. Because I don't know, and I don't know what Nick Sirianni's going to say, but I don't know that anything he can say can explain what we saw down the stretch. Or what we didn't see down the stretch. We did not see life. We did not see leadership. We did not see focus. We did not see a plan. Do I look like a guy with a plan? Like, it just, the team seemed lost, and they lost. And so I'd be surprised, with a Bill Belichick available, with a Jim Harbaugh available, if
Pete Carroll,
if Jeffrey Lurie said, yeah, we just gonna run it back and we're gonna hire 2 new coordinators. Because when you get to the point now where you're overhauling the staff, the head coach is on borrowed time anyway. He's on borrowed time anyway. If it becomes a situation where like both your coordinators are a problem, then that suggests, even though Nick Sirianni is a former coordinator himself, that suggests that you are propped up by your coordinators to some extent. To some extent. And so you got to be one or two things. You either got to be a damn X's and O's play calling genius, or you got to be a leader of men. The leadership looked like it was lacking. And I like Nick Sirianni. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here to, it's not gang up on Shelby there. I'm not here to bash Nick Sirianni. He's done a fine job overall for the last 3 years. But if I'm telling you, Michael, that I'm not hiring Bill Belichick on the strength, with an F, on the strength of his 6 Super Bowl rings as a head coach and 8 overall in the NFL, if I'm telling you I'm not hiring Bill Belichick off of that and that reputation, if I'm Jeffrey Lurie, I'm not keeping Nick Sirianni just based off of the fact that we went to the playoffs the last 3 years and went to the Super Bowl last year. I look like I'm in a Janet Jackson Control video. What have you done for me lately? Or Rhythm Nation, one of them. I think it's Rhythm Nation. What have you done for me lately? That's how that interview was going. If I'm Jeffrey Lurie, I'm sitting across from Nick Sirianni saying, "What have you done for me lately?" No, what have you done for me lately? Well, what have you done for me lately?
What have you done? See, Rhythm Nation. That's definitely the Rhythm Nation look, because Control was all black with the headset. She had the headset going on.
That's right, with the microphone. Yes.
The play call.
That's right.
Play calling Janet Jackson. Shout out Janet Jackson. Love Janet.
Always.
Anyway.
Always.
Here's a question, though. But here's a question for you. With Sirianni, this is a complicated, in a way, it's a complicated case, because I've promoted you. A few minutes ago, I made you the general manager of the Atlanta Falcons. Now I'm going to make you the owner.
I'm the owner of the Eagles?
You're the owner of the Eagles. And I need you to tell me what kind of owner you are, because do you respect it when your employees are so accountable and so vulnerable that they come in and they tell you, yeah, it broke down because of me. I am the reason this season failed. Yes, I am the reason, because every button I pushed was wrong, and I see it. And I saw it during the season, but we were in the season. I couldn't correct. I knew I couldn't correct. I knew what the problem was. I changed. So I lost both of my coordinators last year. We go to the Super Bowl last year, as you know, Mr. Lurie. Mr. Smith. No, because you've taken over for Lurie. Mr. Smith, we go to the Super Bowl last year. We lose the Super Bowl, and I lose my coordinators. As a matter of fact, my defensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon, took the second half off. Before he went to Arizona, he took the second half off.
Oh, by the way.
So he's gone.
Oh, by the way.
So I lose Gannon. I lose Steichen. I appoint 2 new coordinators. Sean Desai, I remove him from the job. I bring in Matt Patricia. That was a mistake. We couldn't get that right. I couldn't get Brian Johnson in the offense going. I designed the plays. He is the play caller, and we got it wrong. We lost the confidence of the team. I did a bad job. But all that being said, you've seen the stats. Michael, I know you're an NFL historian. You've seen the stats. What happens when teams lose the Super Bowl that next year? Mm-hmm. Sometimes those teams don't make the playoffs. Sometimes those teams are one and done in the playoffs. We were that team. We fell apart.
Yeah.
We had a brutal schedule, our first 11 games. We went 10-1. Just want to point that out.
It happens.
And then we got tired, got injuries, and fell apart 11-6. It's my fault, but give me the opportunity, Mr. Smith. Give me the opportunity to fix this. And I will. I will fix it. I know where to go with it. I can still lead these guys. I haven't forgotten the football that you thought I knew last year. This time last year, you sat here and you said it was the best decision you made was to hire me. Now, you can't even make eye contact with me.
Your passion is compelling.
I'm undesirable to you.
Your passion is compelling. And you definitely, based on the fact that we've gone to the playoffs the last 3 years and we're just in the Super Bowl, you definitely deserve an opportunity to fix it.
Thank you.
But in the immortal words of William Money in Unforgiven and Felicia Snoop Pearson in The Wire, deserves got nothing to do with it. Deserves got nothing to do with it. Okay? And I just don't know.
Hey, bro, I got my kids. My kids
from a culture standpoint. From a culture standpoint,
go on vacation.
I don't know.
Come on, man.
I don't know.
I
don't know if you're the right guy to fix it. You made the mess. I don't know if you're the right guy to fix it. Hey, look, Bill Belichick just got let go. It happens. Go be great somewhere else.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.